Hello guys, this is Mike from McProgramming.org. We just went over the while loop and do while loop and something very similar to the while loop, and it is called the for loop. And the for loop pretty much has all of the three steps of a loop on the first line, and I will show you what that means in just a second. First, I'm going to start by declaring some type of variable, and it's just going to be a counting variable, and it's going to keep track of how many times we're going to go through the loop. So let's say int, we'll just say I, okay, and let's say for, and then we're going to put parentheses, and we're going to have three things inside this for loop. The first thing is that we're going to initialize it. So let's just say that we're going to start at 0, and we're going to need a semicolon. And the next thing is going to be our condition. We're going to say while I is less than something, and we'll just say 10 for right now. So we'll run 10 times. And after that, we will, inside of these parentheses, or curly brackets, sorry. There we go. We're going to run what's inside of this, and then we will do this third statement right here, which is an increment statement or decrement, depending on what you're trying to do. So pretty much the logic behind this is we have this initialized to 0, and we're going to continue to do this while it was less than 10. We're going to run the statement, then we're going to increment it in this case, and run it again. So then the next iteration will be at 1, and so on until this is no longer true and it will jump out. So this is very similar to the while loop, except for this you kind of know when you're jumping out of the loop already from the get-go. The while loop, sometimes you're not too sure. That's where a while loop might come in handy more than this for loop. But let's just print out numbers for right now, and then I'll show you the exact same thing, but we'll decrement. And you can also do like I plus 2 or I times 2. You can manipulate this number however you want. Just try to make sure that you are always coming to an ending point, so you don't have an infinite loop. So let's just say if I equals 0 right now, and it is less than 10, so it's going to print something out or do something, but we had I minus minus, which is equivalent to saying I minus 1. So that way it's going to be -1 to -2. So it'll never get to 10. This is going to run forever until you turn your computer off or it crashes. So just be aware of that you're always trying to approach your ending point. Here we go. So I'm going to print out this number, and let's just say line. We'll put in an I there. We'll say inline. Okay, everything looks good. So let's print that out. It should print out 0 through 9. Alright, come on. So there we go. So we have line 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now let me show you how to decrement it. Pretty much all you want to do is you want to say while I is greater than, say, 0, and we're going to start off at 10, so we'll count down from 10 to 1. We need to just decrement here, so I minus minus, and we can get rid of this line thing. We'll just count numbers. Okay, so that looks good. Let's run that. Okay, so there we go. We got the numbers lined up. So the for loop is great when you know exactly how many iterations you're going to have to need, where the while loop, you can use that as well, and it's very interchangeable with this, but the while loop is great when you may not know how many iterations you're going to use. So there you go. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe below, and join me in the next tutorial. Thank you guys.